Hi again, Andrew here. Just thought I'd take you through another video looking at films and what we can learn from them. So far in the series, if you've been watching, we've looked at that we're all storytellers and that we try and tell stories to communicate certain things. And we've looked at that we've all got a blueprint in us for a pattern of storytelling. The things that we want to get out of stories actually lines up with what we hear in the Bible about how God has made us and what we long for. So today and maybe next week as well, we'll look at a couple of narrative themes. Okay, so it's probably the easiest place to start when you're thinking about stories and filmmaking. Is a narrative theme. So narrative themes are storylines which reoccur time and time again. The narrative theme we're going to look at today is that of rescue. Thinking about classic rescues, fairy tales are a brilliant example of rescues. So you have the prince going up against in this case a dragon from Sleeping Beauty, risking it all, taking on their forces of evil, and then eventually getting into the tower and finding Sleeping Beauty and waking up and living happily ever after. Lovely. This happens all the time through films. We see it. I went through my DVD shelf and I found Sleeping Beauty, and Shrek takes from all these fairy tale stories as well. There's a dragon there. Toy Story is a great rescue film. Woody goes to rescue Buzz from Sid Phillips's room. But it's not just kids films. We see this in action films. Whoever's your favourite James Bond, he is always rescuing people and taking out bad guys and bringing people to freedom. We see it in sci-fi films, so you get it in The Martian with Matt Damon, and we see it in modern day retellings of true stories. So Apollo 13, where everything goes wrong on board a spaceship and they have to find a way of getting them back to Earth safely. Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks again, he comes up in so many rescue films. And also, if you haven't seen this film, it's one of my absolute favourites. It's called The Way Back with Jim Sturgis, Ed Harris. It's absolutely amazing about how a group of people rescue each other from a concentration camp in Russia. But what is it about rescue films that captivates us so much? We watch them over and over and over again, and I'm absolutely convinced that it's because we have that longing inside us for that fixed relationship. So whenever someone is dragged away in danger, we want to see them being brought back safely and reunited with their friends, their family, and people they hold dearest. So we long for that rescue to be brought back, and that's what we get in the Bible, of where Jesus comes down to rescue everyone. And our hearts long for that. So we watch it in films and we see it happening in front of us all the time. But it's the audience's reception to this narrative theme that is really interesting. So we watch these stories all the time and we don't get bored of them. Every time we see a successful rescue, our hearts are uplifted. We feel happy, we feel hopeful. We feel grateful, we feel compassionate, we feel all of those positive emotions all wrapped up in this rescue, and it's because these stories are a shadow, they're a reflection of the great rescue that Jesus has done for us in coming into the world and rescuing us. So every time you watch a rescue film, do be watching it through that lens. Be seeing the reflections of the gospel in it. Cool. Well, next week we'll have another look at another narrative theme, and I'll see you then. All right then. See you later. Bye.